Have you ever wondered what it takes to develop a really great idea and make it available to the entire world? Have you ever been involved in an undertaking that you feel passionate about because you just knew it had the potential to change people's lives for the better? Well, just the fact that you are here now listening to this story says that you are the type of person who is a big thinker, someone who is interested in thinking outside the box. This is the Yagoo story, how it began as a dream many years ago, and the trials and tribulations the founders went through in their journey to bring Yagoo to the world. The story began in early 1994, right before the real internet age as we know it today had begun. Back then, internet access cost about $1 a minute. Windows 3.0 was the operating system of choice, and most people weren't online. A couple of brothers decided that what we really needed was a way to teach the world how to use the computer. Now, neither of these men had a background that you would think necessary for this type of undertaking. They both had worked in construction in the past, and when they came up with this big idea, one was working as an inventor and the other was selling shoes. Their backgrounds really didn't matter though, because the main thing they had going for them was a fierce belief in themselves and their dream. Nothing was going to stop them, so they set out to make their dream a reality. It was a bumpy ride. They both went broke the first year, and the inventor had to move in with the unemployed shoe salesman and rely on the salesman's wife to support them all. For 4 long years, they stuck to it. They simply were not going to give up on their dream. Finally, they had their first big break and were able to team up with an investor and launch a marketing company that would make it possible for people all over the world to learn how to use their computers. Even then, it was still an uphill climb. After 5 months in business, they were only selling 7 educational packages a day, and the main investor was ready to pull the plug on the entire project. He probably would have done just that if he could have found either brother to tell them, but the brothers were working hard to make their dream succeed. The shoe salesman was traveling all over America, presenting this great concept, and just before the company was to be shut down, success hit, and it hit big. In just 2 short years, with customers in over 100 countries and over 200 million in gross sales, teaching the world how to use the computer was becoming a reality. Unfortunately, just as the company hit explosive growth, 2 things happened that derailed the entire company. First, the main investor decided to move on without the brothers. And secondly, a strange twist of fate took the company down, so as suddenly as it began, it was over. Now, anyone else would have been tempted to throw in the towel and go back to their day job. After all, these brothers had endured years and years of struggle to get their business off the ground, but they forged on with new determination because they knew that they could take what they had learned and apply it in a new way. Their dream wasn't dead, it just needed to be reworked, and it was. The brothers created another company, and this time they began with a bang. Their new company was an instant success, offering all members the opportunity to create and maintain their own websites at an affordable price with no hosting fees. This was unheard of in 2001, and the response was overwhelmingly positive. The brothers were just about to implement another big idea to set their company apart from all the competition when disaster struck again. This time, it was the disaster that all of us felt, the one that took down the Twin Towers and businesses worldwide. It was the attack of 9/11. It was over. The second company collapsed. At this point, the brothers decided to go their separate ways. The inventor developed a new idea, the one that would teach the world to speak English. He created a successful online educational system that resulted in the formation of another multi-million-dollar company. This brother moved to China and is still there today, teaching the Chinese people to speak English. In the meantime, for the next 10 years, the salesman worked in a number of capacities. He built custom motorcycles, he sold mortgages, but through it all, he continued to focus on his dream. No matter what else he was involved with, he made time to develop models and software for his idea. He wanted to be ready when the timing was right, and he is. We all have dreams and goals, and as it happens, oftentimes we quit, give up on our dreams before we ever really get started. But sometimes we hold on to our dreams, hoping that we will get the chance to make them real. even if we have to wait years and years for everything to fall into place. They say that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. And that's just what happened when the salesman and his team finally were able to introduce YouGoofed to the world. YouGoofed is something the world has never seen before. Something that people don't even know they want until they are introduced to it. In 10 years' time, when we look back, it will be hard to remember the time before YouGoofed was a household word. YouGoofed is the world's first global commerce and communication system. Simply put, YouGoofed is the system that makes it possible for the entire world to come together and talk to one another. With YouGoofed, it really is one world, one language, because our company is the one that has finally removed the language barrier. By using TurboTalk, our proprietary multilingual software, it is possible for people to learn multiple languages and communicate with others worldwide. YouGoofed also opens the door to international commerce by giving everyone, member and merchants, the opportunity to create and maintain free websites with free hosting. The dream has finally been realized. And don't forget, with YouGoofed, we are also building the world's largest online advertising company. Using YouGoofed, members get great deals from merchants. Merchants reach scores of new customers, and affiliates have the opportunity to build a successful advertising business. Everyone wins at YouGoofed. Our goals are big. Actually, they're enormous, and so are the benefits we will offer to the world. It has taken years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to bring YouGoofed to the world. We need people like you to help us spread the word and introduce YouGoofed to the people in your communities. Together, we will change the world. YouGoofed is not only our dream, we want it to be your dream. Let's all enjoy the journey. Welcome to YouGoofed.